Okay, I was gonna do the video on two topics that had to do with autism, and right now I can't think of both topics. I can only think of one, and I don't even think it was topics. It was just, I guess the correct word is examples that has happened to me. That's something that has happened to me recently, and I can only think of one thing that happened to me recently, and this is a very basic. How do I put it? Gosh, the basic, um, I don't know, a basic cognitive ability, I guess. I don't know if I don't know if you would put it under cognitive or not because it's more social. You don't do this type of thing when you're alone unless you're talking to yourself. Um, so I don't know if you would consider it cognitive or not, but it's just basically knowing how to start a conversation with someone. And these things, I don't think they're taught. And if they are taught, they're taught to very young children, probably around the age of 1, maybe even before the age of 1. What is probably the first thing, if you had a child, besides their name? You'd obviously you want to teach your child their name. You'd want to teach them mama, dada. Um, but other than that, you'd probably want to teach your child how to say hello. You'd probably want to teach your child, to wave. And most children wave on their own. When they see someone, they wave hi and bye. And that probably begins somewhere within the first year of development. And this happened to me just the other day. Um, and it almost appeared as if, well, I didn't ask if it appeared that, but I know that if this person didn't know me, they would think that I appeared as rude. And what I did was I went to this meeting, and it was at 7 o'clock, and I decided, don't go there, don't get there right at 7 because most people are late. And for uh, whatever reason, this year I just decided, don't show up on time for whatever it is, for certain meetings. Now, a job is different. If it's a job and if I'm an employee, then I'm going to show up on time. But for anything else that's a meeting that's not related to a job and it's just a meeting, maybe a Bible study or maybe just friends getting together, um, whatever it may be, I told myself do not show up on time because most people do not show up on time. And it just, I just told myself just do that so you don't look stupid. If a meeting starts at 7 and you get there at 7 and no one's there, you're there and the host is there because it's in their house, and you're just waiting around for everyone else to get there, and the thing, whatever it is, the event cannot start until most of the people get there. And I've been there before where that has happened, where where I get there on time and everybody else shows up late, maybe 7:15, 7:20, even 7:10. And then and then people say to me, "Oh, you came early." And then I'd either think in my head or I'd say one or the other, "No, I'm not early. I came on time. You're late. I came here at 7 o'clock. You got here at 7:15. You're the one that's late. I'm not early." And I'm not sure if I've said that. I know I've thought it, but I know that if I have said that, that is rude. So I just told myself to prevent myself from saying something like that, really stupid and really rude, which is, I guess to some people it's not rude, it's the truth. but the truth can hurt sometimes. So I told myself to prevent that, just come late like everyone else. And that could have been the thing that I wanted to talk about, the other topic, because I can't really remember the other topic. But this is what happened. I went to this meeting, and this is probably about 2 weeks ago, just down the street. And I got there probably about 7:05, 7:10 at night. And my mind was, I guess, on the other people that were meeting there. And I walked in, I knocked on the door, walked in, the person, the host, answered the door. And I walked in kind of like, shocked, I guess you can say. I just kind of walked in and the person said hello. I did not respond. I did not respond with a hello. I walked in, and it was almost as if I had been shocked, scared, uh, um, in a state of shock, like didn't know what to say. It was almost as if I had witnessed something very graphic, and I just didn't know what to say because I did not respond. And the girl was like, "Hello, Sandra, hello. Can you say hello?" And I just kind of walked in her house, and I heard the other people that were there, and it was 7:10, and I was just listening to them, and in my mind was thinking, the other people got here probably on time, and now I'm late. It's 7:10 and I'm late, and I hear the other people that were here. It sounds as if the conversation has already started, and it sounds as if they're in the kitchen, and it sounds as if they're having a good time. And this is what's the things that are going on in my mind, the thoughts are going on in my mind. And all this time, the other girl's like, "Hello, can you say hi? Hello, are you okay? Can you say hi?" And then it was like a voice kind of like fading in instead of fading out, like hello, hello. It was fading in. So it was like hello, hello. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Hello. It got louder and louder because I wasn't there. I wasn't present. I was deep within my thoughts, and I didn't say hi to her. And then all of a sudden, I kind of turned around and looked at her, and I kind of just froze in time, and I didn't say anything to her. And I don't think this particular person thought I was rude or anything. I think she seemed to be more concerned, like if I was okay, and concerned that I was all right, and I don't know, maybe she thought, can she hear me? I don't know. I didn't ask her. But I know at the end of the meeting, when we were done, I know I apologized, and I said I was sorry, and I gave her a hug, and I said goodbye. But it's little things like that people do not understand, the basic patterns of communication, how to start a conversation. You don't just go in and you go to someone's house, regardless if it's a business meeting or just a friendship thing or whatever. You say hi to people. You ask them, how are you doing? How have you been? You may give a hug. You may not give a hug. Maybe you just shake hands. Maybe you don't. But the basic thing is you say hi. How are you? And I have been known in multiple times, even with my best friend, I don't say hi. I do not know how to start a conversation. I mean, not all the time. Sometimes I do, especially in face-to-face contact. I know how to answer the phone. I say hello. But if face-to-face contact, a lot of times I catch myself after the fact. And then I'll think, oh, I did it again. I didn't say hi. And instead of saying hi, I'll go directly into the conversation of, So what are you doing today, or what do you have planned for today, um, or you know, if the person is getting groceries or something, I say, do you need help into the house? Instead of saying, hi, how are you? May I help you with your groceries? I directly miss the hi, how are you, and go directly to whatever else it is. And it's just a little tiny thing that is so very important in development of social contact and development of friendships and even business etiquette. Um, in certain countries, you need to be very friendly, and if you're not perceived as friendly, forget it. So, uh, and then another person from my church, a lady from my church, she actually works with autistic children. Now, I don't know how many children she works with that are autistic. I'm not sure if all of them are autistic or just some of them are autistic. But I don't think any of them have AS. And they're children. I don't know how old they are. They could be maybe, 7, 8 years old. There's a big difference between a child that's 7 or 8 years old that's autistic and a child that's like 16 or 17 that's autistic. And I haven't asked her, but from what I can gather, none of them have AS. They're all classic autistic children. And she seems to have this belief that they're disabled. And that is a myth. There are plenty people that have classic autism that are able to work. They might not be able to talk while they're working. They may be able to do a certain thing and be quiet and just do that one thing. But there is a myth that the autistic community, and not just children, okay? I need to get, there's this thing that autism is a children's thing. It is not. It's a development disorder. It is lifelong. Just like diabetes is lifelong. You don't get rid of it when you turn 18. There's this thing, and it's not a disability. It is a neurological difference. It is a neurological disorder, but it is not a disability per se. Now, the disability office or the SSI may say, yes, you do qualify for disability, but these people can still work. They might not be able to do the same thing that you can do. They might not be able to do the same thing that your son or daughter or your best friend can do, but they do have certain abilities that they can do. There are blind people that work. Some people would say a blind person is disabled. You got to be very careful with that word disabled. You got to be very careful with it. So that's just a thing that I noticed in myself, that it's kind of scary to know that I am in my 30s, and sometimes I don't say hi to my friends. And these people are my friends, and sometimes I don't say hi to them. And hopefully in the future I'll remember every instance. Hopefully I'll remember, say hi. Smile and say hi. So hopefully you can take that with you in your bag of tricks and use it and remember it.